Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After our very long break, it is now time for the finals of the Ghost 4v4 Search and Destroy only. We've got GoldBlood going up against We Don't Do Nothing. It's map number 1 of our best of 3. It's time for Freight. And nades, shots already being exchanged from either side. It's currently Blastful with the bomb from the side of We Don't Do Nothing. Finds one inside of red, and now it's all up to Hugs, just lingering outside of red. In a 1-on-3 scenario, all in a pretty congested area, but TJ Howell will just peek out at the right time and will grant round number 1 in their favor. So, with that, we've obviously had a number of different matches to spectate both of these teams on. We got to watch actually GoldBlood in their quarterfinal matchup where they ended up playing against ABC 1-2-3, which was Teddy Rex, Tarzan, and Co., and which they won that one in Game 3. And I believe they also won that map 3 on Warhawk 6-4. And we also end up watching We Don't Do Nothing, in which case they end up beating YRN in the semifinals. That was the last match that we actually just got done watching. And they ended up winning Octane in our final map 6-3. So pretty interesting matches for both these squads. They have already both been in Game 3 scenarios. And I think it would be a telling tale if we end up seeing map 3 for the finals as well. Of course, that does remain to be seen. And rounds like this one obviously will predict and form that outcome. Currently, Pharaoh making his way right now through mid-map just off of where that A site actually is. But we ended up seeing an off-site hit right now, or an off-site hit in that last round actually coming in from the side of GoldBlood. And that is something that we can definitely be used to seeing. I know as well, the side of We Don't Do Nothing kind of experienced a similar thing. I don't think they played on Freight in their last series versus YRN, but YRN kind of plays a very similar way to how GoldBlood plays. They don't mind making offside hits. Oftentimes, they'll even make the offside hit 2 or 3 rounds, even in just one map. So they are used to that. We'll have to see how they do react. Of course, end up losing in that exchange, but kind of a more refined gameplay is what we're going to see out of the side of We Won't Do Nothing, despite the name. Looking at Pharaoh at the moment with that Vector in hand. Shot being exchanged into red. It's very risky to try to fire through that area as TJ Hanley gets made with the first blood. Formal dropping him. And here comes that nade in through. Only hit marker is actually going to be gained with that stun, and Pharaoh able to find one on Twerk. So even in things out, just as I say that, Blastful finds another. So man count advantage in favor of We Don't Do Nothing, but for how much longer will it be? Only a few seconds, and now it's left up to Aquanic. Already his position is known. He can't do much more than that. So the offensive team will actually win in that particular exchange. And a very well played overall round there from Pharaoh. Kind of holds his angle over toward red. Definitely distracts those 3 players who were in there. I think he ended up getting hit markers on at least 2 out of the 3 players. Stuns one and obviously waits for his teammate to finish off the other. Kind of overwhelmed the enemy who was lingering inside of red. I think Blastful just comes off a few kills gained in that last one. Currently sitting at 4-1. Many people know, obviously, of Blastful's performance. The last, I could say, fair to say the last 2 titles, Black Ops 3 as well as Infinite Warfare. And has showed his skills in not just Ghost, but MWR as well throughout this past season, I think it's fair to say. Very talented when it comes into Search and Destroy, and of course has announced his free agency coming into World War II. I think him and Pharaoh actually both rocking the 100T clan tag. And I believe it is confirmed that both Blastful and Rallied are trying to be a team of 2 heading into World War II as well. So, should be interesting to see how that does play out for those guys. And yet again, another offside hit. And essentially another round 1 as TJ Halley actually gets a few excess hit markers. One of them actually going toward his teammate. As him and Slat going to be in an awkward position. But here comes the challenge coming in from TJ on this back wood stack. Can he make something happen is the question. Yes, finds one. But not a whole lot of time left. A Slat coming around the corner, and it looks like Hugs will find both. So, in back-to-back offensive rounds that we see from GoldBlood, they end up making that push over toward B, and it's clearly worked out. And so, obviously, this next round will be an offensive one for We Don't Do Nothing. But when it comes down to round number 6, I'm very curious to see if we see another push toward B for GoldBlood or not. Of course, we'll see that one coming up soon, but still, I'm very curious to see what the play call is for them. As we are going to see pretty much back to basics for We Don't Do Nothing. Blastful this time making the push over toward red. Of course, one just being inside. The nade does come out, and Aquanic holding that line toward the backside as Blastful trying to enter in. As Formal finds one, that one going to be actually on Pharaoh, as he'll go ahead and reload for good measure. One put on the opposite side of where basically his teammates are right now is Slacked. Kind of the last one in the lineup. It's just outside the middle of Slacked, and his teammates are pushing, getting ready to actually push into fire. Blastful ends up receiving some shots coming in from there and turns around and makes easy work of such. And now it's all up to Aquanic. Spots him through the fence, but can't finish off the shot. It hurts to see. And yet again, another offensive round victory. I want to know, I'm not sure how many offensive rounds we've seen, but we've at least seen 4 offensive round victories. And we could have actually seen a solid 5-0 on offense so far throughout this one. As that's a very, very interesting stat to be bringing up, at least for right now. And like I said, I'm curious to see what we will be shown from the side of GoldBlood. At least the defense is thinking similar things, that they could be making that push over toward B. So, of course, one person watching underground. However, that's not going to be the case, at least for the start of the round. Hugs tossing that nade out. No information gained from that, however. Kills being exchanged with TJ, Hallie, and Aquanic dropping. Hugs at range, trying to force the issue over toward red, but no, he ends up dropping as well. Slack finds him, and now Twerk can't finish off the gunfight to even things back up to how they were prior with the man count advantage. So now we're at a 2v2. Bomb is down, and not in the best of positions. Actually going to be on that little train platform. However, Formal might be able to do some damage on the flank. He's wrapped back around in a great play. Twerk fires some shots to distract that player to run inside that building, and Formal is ready on the backside to finish off that kill. Very well played. However, it is now Slacked in a 1-on-2. Thankfully, he is on defense, and I'm not sure that bomb has been grabbed yet. That's exactly where Twerk is rotating to go ahead and go grab. Like I said, it wasn't the best of positions, but thankfully, due to their teamwork, it makes it easier. And it looks like Slacked is going to get picked off, so Formal able to do the work there as he will pick off Slacked. As both these guys, funny enough, have seen each other quite a bit, I think it's fair to say, as of recently throughout this season. Of course, one Formal playing for Optic Gaming, and Slack for Luminosity Gaming, as they've had their duels throughout Infinite Warfare, and their duels throughout, well, mostly Slack's previous organizations on like LG, Rise Nation, etc. As we are going to be seeing Pharaoh continue to have that sniper rifle out and doing damage with it. Of course, finds one on Hugs and backs up quickly. And Slack finding a double with that nade leaves Twerk in a 1-on-4, wondering what just happened to my teammates. Currently the LMS, the last man standing, as Corey Dunn used to say, as this one not looking likely. However, does find one on TJ Hallie. Closes the door inside of fire and going to try to reassess the situation. Takes that nade damage and now is left in a pretty awkward spot. Position known. Just on the opposite side is that player planting the bomb, and Pharaoh comes from the skies with the pistol and does the damage needed. Great cover fire with the pistol, and a nice job there from Pharaoh, of course. As easy as it sounds to switch from that sniper rifle to the pistol, it's obviously very important for the sniper players to have good practice with that pistol. And he obviously makes it look easy there, as we will be seeing a set of GoldBlood yet again on an offense, not pushing actually toward B, so staying consistent in their last round. Is in back-to-back rounds, speaking of such, we end up seeing Pharaoh get the first blood with that sniper on not just Hugs, but on Aquanic as well, and finds the third. Pharaoh lighting things up, has at least the hat trick, but he wants the ace. It's Formal who's all left up standing, and Pharaoh's hungry. He wants the ace. He's 7-4, and he wants to get double positive, but unfortunately Slack will just steal it from Pharaoh there. An excellent sniping exhibition there from Pharaoh, as he nearly single-handedly, and I think it's fair to say a second or two longer, definitely could have found the ace, but single-handedly nearly shuts down the entire team of GoldBlood. As I think we do need to stand by with Pharaoh. He's been doing some damage, especially on Hugs. Hugs is obviously a very talented sniper in his own regard. He's going to kind of stay pretty far back at the beginning of this round number 9. But Pharaoh has been making the side of GoldBlood play a little bit slower, and it looks like the First Bloods will continue. Fortunately for the set of GoldBlood, Torque is at least able to respond. But here comes Pharaoh, getting on that ledge, but can't finish off the kill. Immediately going to be challenged, and can he finish off the gunfight? Tries to go for the quick scope, not going to be home, and now slacked from the back. Also playing very well in this series. He's left in a pretty good spot, however, does have that bomb, so if he were to drop, it's most likely a waving of the white flag situation. Tag shots in one, but most likely he's going to be picked off, and yes, he does drop. TJ Halley finding one on Twerk in that exchange. So bomb not in the best position. Turns around, finds one, and actually grabs the bomb. He can't fire through that one, does Hugs, and Hugs is getting a little bit antsy. He does have that Remington up close. That's not the best one to have, and TJ Halley tosses the nade. Will it go through? I don't think any hit markers gained, and Hugs, despite that, will be able to win it regardless. I think TJ Halley ended up peeking out just a little bit too fast due to Hugs proning here. It actually blocks the weapon from TJ. So a little bit of a late reaction, but overall just good positioning, I guess you could say, coming in from Hugs. So a little bit of a longer game than maybe we don't do nothing, or you don't do nothing, excuse me, would have wanted. But regardless, can we see a round 11 forced from the side of GoldBlood? Taking a look at Pharaoh right now, tossing up that stun to swap that sniper for a Vector. As it looks like Formal and Twerk both finding two. Glassful just trying to stay up, trying to even the man count as much as possible, but no, not going to happen. TJ Halley quickly shuts down Aquatic and tries to get out of dodge just outside of red. He's going to have to go big if he does not want to see that round 11. He's getting ready to get spotted from behind. Yes, Twerk will find him. And a fury of kills to start off round 10 will grant an overtime toward the side of GoldBlood. As we will be seeing a round 11 here for map 1. Keep in mind, these are best of 3s. Each map meaning so much more. So the winner of this map is now going to be only one map away from closing out the finals and being crowned champions. Take a look at the First Blood Master. It's been Pharaoh throughout most of it. Peeking through bottom, not spawning anything off the start of this round. Swaps that one quickly for a Remington. As Blassel finds the First Blood on Formal. That's big. Hugs with that bomb is now going to have to try and make something happen with the squad. TJ Halley knows exactly where one is. Spots him through the wall. Twerk this time, known for shooting through the walls when it comes into red. He instead is made for the second kill of the round. Hugs finds one on TJ Halley, so this one is still possible. It's not out of the question. However, Aquatic has to go big. Can he spot the player? But no, not going to happen at the exact same time. Pharaoh shuts down Hugs, and it will be a round 11 victory. This one going over toward the side of Uwontdonothin, as they are, of course, now with that one map advantage, now going to be only one map away from winning the Ghost 4v4 Search and Destroy only for September 12th. Guys, it's been a fun night of matches. I don't know how many round 11s that we've seen, but we've definitely seen a major amount, and it's been a very fun tournament to cast. Probably one of my favorite tournaments that we've casted so far throughout Ghosts, due to the mixture of the ending of Infinite Warfare and the getting ready to start up of World War II. Tonight's tournaments have been fun, to say the least. We've seen a number of different great action, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how Sovereign S&D for Map 2 will play out. Well, guys, we're going to do a commercial break. Like I said, when we return, potentially for the final time, will we see Uwontdonothin close at the finals in Map 2, or can we see GoldBlood start to rally back, get some momentum, and force that Map 3, which should be on Warhawk? We'll find out when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to the finals of the Ghost 4v4 Search and Destroy only. It's myself, Lando, guiding you guys through the action tonight as we're heading in here toward potentially our final map. It will be S&D on Sovereign between the side of GoldBlood and Uwontdonothin. Uwontdonothin took map number 1 in overtime That one was on Freight. And now, of course, we do focus our attention toward some Sovereign. We'll see how this one does end up playing out. Currently looking through the eyes of Blastful, the guy who played very, very well in map number 1. Definitely one of the defining factors as to the reasoning why we ended up seeing Uwontdonothin take that particular map. It looks like Hugs will get this bomb down here for the offensive side. Peeking through a very famous angle at that. Twerk doing some damage with that shotty up close. Actually takes down the prior shotgun player in Blastful who had that one out just a few moments ago. Pharaoh ends up finding 2 big kills, and now Hugs left on the bomb site. Has to go big. This would be for the ace if Pharaoh can find it. Going on the stairs, and he should see him, but no, he doesn't see him on the stairs. He doesn't see Hugs on the stairs. And so Hugs pops back in the sight. And now Pharaoh with only a few seconds left. Is it going to be able to find him in time? I don't think. No, he is not. So Pharaoh narrowly missing Hugs. As whether he finds the ace or not, it doesn't matter. The round, regardless, will go in favor of GoldBlood as they narrowly secure this round 1. Wow. We have seen Sovereign in our past tournament, actually in the Prime that took place on Saturday. It showcased us with a number of different amazing plays. And based off that round 1, we could definitely be seeing some similar moments as Twerk continue out with that shotty in hand. Could get spotted. Yes, Pharaoh with a great reaction to finish off Twerk. At the long range, though, Formal's the one who dominates those, but only for a moment as TJ will come from the side, shoots him, takes him out. Now it's left up to Aquatic in a 1-on-3. Spots one inside the lockers. That's TJ who drops. And there comes Blastful with that shotty around the corner. And that's the thing I've talked about in a number of different Ghost tournaments is that on Sovereign, whether teams agree to or use gentlemen's agreements to not use shotguns on this map, or not. If you do not agree to having shotguns, shotgun strategy on this map is so good. It's almost like you almost have to have a player with a shotty at all times. It's so good on this map, and usually players do dominate. Of course, you see Blastful for one side, Quanic and Twerk usually rock that one. Looks like this is going to be Twerk heading this round on the opposite one. Here comes the shots. Twerk doesn't actually see that one guy, so Blastful finding one. Blastful will be the one who wins the shotgun exchange. As it will be a man-count advantage toward the side of Uwontdonothin for the time being. Blastful reuniting with one of his teammates. As Hugs and Formal are on opposite sides of the map right now. What they could use this bomb plant for is if Hugs can get this one down successfully and plant it for the right angle, Formal could easily treat this as a flank on the wraparound that we're going to see Uwontdonothin make. So, as that bomb goes down, we'll see the shots come in, and Pharaoh ends up shutting down Hugs. And yes, Formal does not get the angle that he wanted. And that will be a round secured here for the side of Uwontdonothin, as they're going to go up 2-1. But like I was saying, if we end up seeing Hugs get that bomb down successfully, what we're going to see is most likely the wraparound come in from Uwont, and once that happens, Formal is ready and waiting in that above angle. So if Hugs can win that, and both of those players can win their 1v1 engagements, it's obviously a different round, but the reasoning being behind that was the good positioning from those guys from GoldBlood. But regardless, Uwontdonothin will take the advantage as far as round count is considered, as we'll see how they do fare off when it comes down to defense. Bomb not actually grabbed. That one's going to be grabbed later by Pharaoh. As Blastful's ready with a shotty again. Shuts down Formal for first blood. You almost can't even enter in these close range angles when you've got someone dominating like that. Blastful gets met with a shotgun to the side. Aquatic this time pulling it out. Hugs responds as well. So a 2-on-2. Pharaoh, after wrapping back, is kind of at a delayed rate. But regardless, Slack just doing the damage that he needs. And Aquatic sees another tag 12 on the ground. Thankfully, he's able to find a vector, so has a better chance at securing this round in his team's favor, but still is going to have to withstand 2 opponents to grab this one. Pharaoh getting this bomb down in the A should have a decently easy time with that. The thing is, though, as soon as he does plant it, shots beginning to come in, and Aquatic Not looking good for him by any means. Yep, he's going to get picked off from either angle. Good positioning. I believe it was Slack who rotates back toward that middle side here. You can see through B-Dom. Yes, holds the angle correctly. As Slack will increase his total to 3-1. Take a look at our right side scorecard. You can obviously see the Blast will currently sitting at 6-2. Pharaoh with 5-2. And no one exactly really to highlight from this side of GoldBlood as of yet. Currently down 2 rounds is the side of GoldBlood. Definitely needing one right now, especially being down 0-1 as far as the series is considered. Looks like Aquatic at range. Twerk as well. And Pharaoh, he's saying much like Blastful, he can pull out the shotty as well. Actually, double shotties coming in. Double tac 12s on either site for both these guys, clearing it out and doing their job. And as Blastful's not finding anyone, he's at least giving information over to his teammates, saying that the site is clear. No one's right now at B. So with that knowledge earned, it looks like Aquatic is maybe pre-firing just to make sure, and he's going to drop for that. Hugs, after losing the position, actually going to have 2 players in front of him. Can he find both? Yes, he does. Thank you for that gift. Give me the third as well. Hugs finding all 3, but can't find the 4th. Slack, thankfully, is there. The body stacks are going to come in, as that would have nearly been a giveaway round. Oh my God. They literally stacked right on top of Hugs. How does that happen if you are you won't do nothing in the situation? How does that even take place? Regardless, they escape with at least 1 life. And we'll grab yet again another round. Hugs trying to go for that jump spot that you can actually do on that yellow pillar. We'll find that one, so decent angle there. Slack, however, on the opposite side, that angle from Hugs, not really bothering Slack at this moment. Does have an objective in hand yet to plant that bomb down. As Formal actually gets picked off there from Blastful. So Blastful doing work with the shotty up close. And the sniper at range. So I start to bring up shotguns. Aquatic doing damage with that. As he'll slide through. I believe that his position is known there from Slack. Yes, so position known. Slack as well could add to a 2nd kill. However, it looks like it will be, not actually Hugs, that was a Twerk who can't escape with his life. Hugs, 1-on-3 this time. Nearly had a 1-on-4 last round. We'll see if they do body stack in this round. And no, not going to happen. Blastful's there to pick him off the shotgun, as it will be now 1 round away from the side of Uwontdonothin to close out this tournament and be crowned champions of the 4v4 S&D only for September 12th. As Blastful having yet again a very, very strong performance, leading not just in kills for his team, but in the entire lobby. However, when you do look at the fact that only 1 round is secured for the side of GoldBlood, you most likely not to think that stat really means as much. But regardless, kills coming in, and Hugs gets a team kill on Aquatic. That's absolutely something that you can't deal with, as this round doesn't last for long at all, as it will be a 6-1 victory in map number 2, and overall a 2-0 victory in the finals as far as series count is considered, as we will be crowning champions to Uwontdonothin, who will secure that title. So congratulations to Slack, to Pharaoh, TJ Halley, and Blastful. I think it's fair to say the MVP, at least in my opinion, throughout most of the tournament that we got to watch. We didn't get to watch every single matchup that Uwontdonothin was in, but the matches that we got to watch, Blastful was playing out of his mind, playing very, very well, very consistent, and very curious to see when it comes into World War II how that guy does perform. Very talented guy in his own regard. Of course, we do give a GG to the side of GoldBlood as well. Formal, Hugs, Aquatic, and Twerk continuing to place 2nd when we do broadcast them. I feel bad. Every time that we stream them, I feel like they always get 2nd, but I feel like every time we don't, they usually win. So apologies to them, but they still played very, very well. Got to give props to those guys. But like I said, a round 11 in map 1 on Freight ended up going Uwontdonothin's way. In map number 2 on Sovereign, it was not that case. It was a dominant 6-1 victory. Shotguns were out. Sniper rifles were out to play as well. And unfortunately, a team kill in the final round, number 7, definitely didn't make anything much easier.